What? Todd's evolving? Your Todd has evolved into Stalker! Hello there, friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we have the Todd saga. I happened upon a comment that said, hey, he seems like a pretty good friend, so maybe we're dealing with a derpy beard, and that's what I'm hoping for. But as per usual, this will be my first read-through, so
you never know what you're gonna get.
Let's go ahead and start it up right now. The Todd Saga, The Neckbeard Diaries Part 1, One Missed Call. Well, since you like my old stories, I figured I'd share a few more with you guys. There's one other story that I could find. The other one seems to have been scrubbed from the internet. There are about 5 stories in my old saga that could fit as a Neckbeard story, so I'll be posting a few entries over here too. Still can't find them. If need be, I'll put a trigger warning in here, but if not, then that's fine. Oh, well that's a bad sign, but the trigger warning's not there, so that's a good sign. Now let's just see. B. Jeff, 16 years old, fresh out of high school. Definitely be Ma Dukes, queen of the Brady household, Iron Chef of Anyville. Hell, why not be Granny Dukes, Ma Dukes' mom, an octogenarian southern version of Ma Dukes? If you want, you could even be Pappy Dukes, Ma Dukes' dad, and Granny Dukes' husband, of course. He's smart as hell, ex-Boeing engineer, another inspiration to me. Do not be Todd, though. I mean, you could feel free to be the old Todd as much as you want, but this Todd is the worst Todd to emulate. While he's HFA, this is where his problems transcend his condition. HFA, of course, being high-functioning autistic. Don't be Mama Todd either. She is the brain trust that ruins Todd's life. Boy, we got beard moms. This story's got everything!
Oh boy, my favorite seat!
And the good friend comment that I saw, I guess that was speaking in past tense. So, great! I have no idea what's gonna happen. It might be horrible. This story takes place around June, so very early summer. I was sitting around the house playing Call of Duty when Ma Dukes called me over from the computer room. Pappy Dukes was fairly sick, so I couldn't see him that often. Jeff! Pappy Dukes is better now. He and Granny Dukes just invited us to lunch. All right, just tell me when you're ready and we can go. Unlike most kids, I liked going to visit my grandparents. Is that not common? I thought it was.
All right, I love you.
I love you too, you little
Our family's very close-knit, and we always love each other. After the 30-minute drive to Moline, I learned that everything is fine, the grandparents are doing great, and Pappy Dukes just got over a cold. I was happy for them. If you spend time around the Bradys, you'll quickly realize that we are all related. Really? You guys are related? I thought you just lived together. That's crazy, bro. Ma Dukes is most definitely Granny Dukes' daughter. Both of them are the sweetest women that I'll ever meet, but they had tempers that could match Satan himself, in the words of Pops. And if you couldn't tell, I took after him. From the sharp Saul Goodman-esque wit to the intelligence. Oh yeah, just take a second there to breathe in your own fumes, OP. Love that. Funny story, actually. Both of them met at Yale on a blind date, and they eventually realized that they liked each other more than they liked their dates. They got married. Granny Dukes popped out a few kids, and their only daughter had some guy named Jeff, who is our OP.
My name is Jeff.
Truly, the Brady-Dukes seem like lovely people. So, during the dinner, OP gets a call from an unknown 309 number. Despite this being my area code, I thought nothing of it and sent it to my voicemail. After eating and talking about various things, I decided to ask Ma Dukes about it, and she had no idea who it was and told me that I should call back and check who it is. I guess that it was a telemarketer or something, but they definitely left a voicemail on my phone. God, telemarketers were still a thing a decade ago. I haven't had a telemarketing call in forever. After dinner, I excused myself and called my voicemail.
Hey Jeff, it's Todd. I just wanted to see if you wanted to hang out today. Can't really get this. Okay, bye.
Now, this would be normal and completely kosher if I had given Todd my cell phone number. I was scared out of my mind. Like I said, Todd was extremely persistent with hanging out. I mean, he just doesn't take the context clues. If you told him flat out, not interested in hanging out with you, dude, he might tailspin out of control, but also he probably won't bug you with it anymore. There were times when he simply blew up my phone and my Facebook asking me to hang out. And now he mysteriously had my one place of solace. There are only 5 people who have my cell number. Not even Todd or Hulk. We just coordinated hangouts over Facebook. However, Puck was the only one, and since he would definitely be stupid enough to give my phone to Todd, I talked to him. I don't know who any of these characters are, but that's cool. We rolling with the punches. Jeff, my dude! We need to have a serious talk, Puck. Huh? Todd got my number. I don't know how we did it, or why it happened. Did you do it? No, Jeff! You know I don't talk to him. What about Clay or Hulk? No, bro. You're the only one. That's creepy, dude. Hope you find who did it. He did it for $400, like in the Denko saga yesterday. Now, at this point, Todd has completely evolved into a clingy friend who calls and asks me to hang out every waking moment of the day, almost to the point of full-blown stalking. I had given him an obscene amount of leeway with his autism, and before this I cried, "My friend's conditions!" a lot more than I should have. However, this was the moment where I stopped. Yeah, now that it's directly affecting you, isn't that interesting? When my friend does it to other people, it's fine, but when he does it to me, that's where I draw the line. I'd never given him my number at any time, and there are no connections to him that could have done so. People with autism don't engage in predatory behavior. They might be awkward, but it's surely not random calls at all. Yeah, you're not being stalked. You just need to take 5 minutes to be like, hey, Todd, let's not kick it now or anytime in the future. OP just ignores it and expects him to get the point, which, like, as we've seen in most of these Neckbeard stories, it never works out. Gotta call it how you see it. That's the only way to make it in the world today. So I came out of the room visually disturbed by this. Granny Dukes noticed, and like she always is worried as hell about me. Anxiety runs in the Dukes side of the family. Of course, I told her what was going on with Todd, from the clinginess to the persistence to the nosiness, and now the downright stalking. She said, "Well, that's really odd, Jeffy. Grandpa Dukes will know what to do." So, of course, I walked over to Grandpa Dukes and I asked him for advice. "Why not ask your friend?" was his reply. See? Open communication. I don't know what the hell happened to our society where suddenly everybody can communicate freely and nobody does. It's just kind of weird. I decided to ask him anyway, since I wasn't getting answers from anyone else. Clay confirmed that he didn't have my cell, and so did Hulk. I called Todd up, and naturally, he picked up in just one ring.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Todd.
Did you get my voicemail?
Yeah, I can't hang out.
Well, why can't you hang out?
I'm with my grandparents right now.
Damn.
Yes, damn both your grandparents to hell for hanging out with their loving grandson. Anyway, hold the phone, because I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah, Jeff?
How did you get my cell number anyway? I didn't think that you had it.
My mom apparently had it and told me to call you there because you wouldn't pick up at home.
Okay, just ask someone for it next time that you want to know, because that sort of creeped me out.
Okay, thanks for the advice. Bye, Jeff.
Bye. Very clear and concise conversation. I like how you approached it. Well played, OP. At this point, OP's saying, "Oh, Jesus Christ." Not only was Mama Todd not necessarily the most brilliant, but I digress. I walked over to Ma Dukes, trying to keep my anger down. I was pissed. "Did you give Mama Todd my cell?" Yes, I gave it to her on an emergency contact. Why? I turned cold. What I forgot to mention is that I inherited the Duke's family temper as well, and the panic and anger had simply become too much to bear. I think it's weird how many things we're ascribing to genetics here. It just runs in the family. Have you ever considered if you stopped being such an angry person, then maybe your children wouldn't be such angry people? I don't know. Food for thought. Because she gave it to Todd, and he's been blowing up my phone for the past hour or so because apparently me not picking up my phone for 3 hours is an emergency. New rule. Never give out my number again. I don't care who it is or what reason you have, you ask me before you do it. You know how he gets when I don't pick up, and you just gave him another way to screw me over. How about, instead of yelling at our grandmother, we block the number? Like, you dumb as hell, dude. I hope we've improved in the decades since this was written. Ma Dukes, of course, was angry at Mama Todd for breaking her trust, but kept it to herself instead of calling her. Yep, I don't talk to people directly. We don't have open communication. It's that old Duke's family refusal to open up about your feelings. I'm getting the vibe for this one. I'm enjoying it, at least on some level. She apologized to me for giving my number out, and naturally, I accepted. That's why, to this day, unless I get confirmation from someone else, I don't give out their number to anyone. TLDR, what? Todd's evolving? Your Todd has evolved into Stalker! I don't understand why so protective about the phone number. Then again, OPSEC's totally a thing. Who really wants to be harassed and stuff like that? What do you do when you go in for like job interviews? You're just like, I can't give you my number. I'm sorry. Or you have like a burner phone for public use? I don't understand. Either way, 5 people to answer to, it's a lot if you're talking regularly. I guess we'll go check out part number 2 and see how that goes right now. The Todd Saga, The Neckbeard Diaries, Part 2, The Hangout Anthology. Yep, just 2 friends who ain't really friends, hanging out. Unlike the long stories of Trenchcoat Guy and Part 1, this is just a collection of short stories of my childhood friend, Todd. While Todd was a high-functioning autistic, he had many more problems than just his condition, as anyone who looked at Part 1 can see. I mean, you could spin it as possessiveness or something like that, but he stopped calling when you told him to stop calling, didn't he? To quote my main problem with Todd hanging out with me, here's a passage from one of my other stories on r/Tard Tales, which has been subsequently banned from Reddit in the decade since. Probably for the best, honestly. First of all, after we hung out, Todd and I couldn't have a normal conversation anymore. Instead, every conversation had to be about when our next hangout was. He's been reading some pickup artist strategy. Before the first date is over, you secure the next date. We couldn't simply stop and chat about what games we were playing or which was the best character in Super Smash Bros. Bowser. Also, we could never hang out for just a few hours. It had to be an overnight. Third of all, if I wasn't hanging out with him, then he needed to know what I was doing and when I was getting back. Yeah, this kind of codependency, definitely not healthy, but you are enabling it in your own way. I'm still up in the air about it. We need more evidence. Find that trace amount of science. Also, the fact that I got, on an average, 4 phone calls a day was concerning. But anyways, to the meat of the story. Part 1, in which I get groped. Todd's classroom is right by my art class, so he's in a prime position to see me every day. Whenever passing classes, he goes into his signature greeting. Hey, Jeff. Hi, Todd. What's up? Thirsty? Getting a drink. And then I go and get said drink. I feel something squeezing my arm. You open this weekend? Bolt up. Spill water on shirt. Yeah, I'm busy all weekend. Sorry. I mean, Todd always got way too touchy-feely with me. Lingering touches, sometimes full-blown hugs, but this is too much. I mean, it is a little weird, but have we addressed this directly as well? Maybe I should presume that we have. At this point, OP says, I bolt down the hall. Before Todd can even go into clearance mode, I cure myself with Sporkle. Ah yes, Sporkle.com. A world of quizzes, not a sponsor. Get home, tell my pops.
Oh, he's autistic. He probably doesn't know boundaries that well.
I was groped. Yeah, groped by the kid that you have a sleepover with all the time. You know what? I ain't gonna worry about it. If the squeezing of the whole body in a hug is fine, then surely the squeezing of the arm with a hand is fine. Did you stop having sleepovers at this point? You stop playing Monster Rain under the porch? Night crawlers under the blankets? You know what I'm talking about? It's that weird stuff. That weird stuff you do with your friends when you're little.
It's really good. Dad! God damn it, I told you, no more playing Siamese twins. Get out of here.
Part 2, 20 minutes. So I just got home from the science fair, got screwed out of an award, beyond angry. That's right, OP, you deserved it. It's everybody else's fault. Leave at 6 a.m., get home at 8:30 p.m., decide to watch some TV before bed. You a CSI man, OP? All the people with no personalities watch CSI. 9 p.m. rolls around. Ring, ring, ring. Caller ID. It's Todd.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
You open tonight?
No, I've been out since 6 a.m. I need some downtime.
All right. Can I call in 20 minutes?
I don't even entertain a response to this. Hang up, throw the phone on the couch, go upstairs, hop in the shower, and then go to sleep. As I'm about to nod off, my cell phone rings. It's Todd, of course. I am Bert staring again. Not tonight. I'm going to sleep. Good night, Todd. Hang up on him. See? And then he stopped calling once he got the direct response. You're so incredulous that he didn't know that you got up at 6 a.m. Why would he have any reason to know that? This is weird, dude. Part 3. F yo birthday N-word. Jesus. It's been a while since we found an OP that I love to hate, but I think we found another one, man. Why you gotta do that? Chappelle Show reference? That's cool. Dave Chappelle gave you a pass, did he? Just don't. BOP, by the water fountain.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Todd.
You open this weekend?
No, it's my birthday party on Saturday.
God damn it!
I do like that response from Todd every time. Kids are actually looking now and laughing. Meanwhile, I don't even get a goddamn happy birthday. Okay, here's your equal attention cake.
What about Friday?
Well, considering what you said, you just killed any chances of me hanging out.
But Jeff!
Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody.
Is that an Aloe Black reference in my Neckbeard story? Never thought I'd see it. Oh, no, man. This whole section threw me for a loop. I don't know what to think anymore. Let's just get into part 4, sub-story 4, empathy. Be sitting at home. Just found out my best friend from middle school had to cancel his visit. Moved out to Washington. Can't visit Chirac anymore. Sitting on the couch, depressed, eating a tub of ice cream. I wouldn't even be mad, honestly. West Coast, best coast. Who wants to go to Chicago, dude? It's all cold and windy, forget it. Sitting on the couch, depressed, eating a tub of ice cream. Phone rings. One guess who it is.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Todd.
Ooh, what's up?
Well, I just found out my best friend isn't coming down from Washington anymore, so pretty honestly.
Well, I got Grand Theft Auto 4.
My face when. OP says, what the f*** is wrong with you? Hang up phone. He was trying to fill in the gaps for you, dude. He's like, oh, you're sad your friend's not coming? I could be your friend if you want. And he's like, no, I don't want. I want to be mad. Maybe let's not. Grand Theft Auto 4 was pretty lit.
Nico, it's Roman. Let's go bowling.
But you feel how you feel, I guess. Even if it's basically objectively wrong. At least do him the courtesy of giving him a straight answer. I think that would help this whole thing out a whole lot. Let's get into part number 3 now, see how that goes. The Todd Saga, The Neckbeard Diaries, Part 3, Open Jeff Night. What the hell's that supposed to mean? We got Jeff, 16, 6 foot, 160, your resident Chiraki, now in love. Keyshawn, 17, aspiring rapper, who moved here in 7th grade from Chicago, disliked by Ellie, 5'8", 170. Todd, 17, my stalker, in actuality my clingy friend. Neckbeard, 5'10", 230, only problem is Ellie, who is 14, a scene girl that sat next to me in French, my love interest, 5'9", 160. Kinda weird, but okay. The Todds, Mama, Papa, Nana Todd, nice enough people, they dote on me. I can tell. Trenchcoat guy is 19, the same neckbeard from some of the previous stories, one of Todd's 4 friend and his quote-unquote assistant. Clay was out, I was with friends, and Flameshirt had a date. 3 preps that range from 15 to 16, popular girls that are part of Keyshawn and Friends. One of them is a friend of the family. The cousins, my favorite cousins, twins, who are basically like my big sisters, and their boyfriends. The 5 of us are very close. We're starting the extended cast list in part 3? Alright, dude. Why not? Whatever. More boring crap happened since the last Neckbeard event. Mainly me meeting a girl, Ellie. I'll spare you the details because this is r/Neckbeard Stories, not r/Jeff's life. Thank God that's not an actual subreddit, or we'd really have to go in. But after getting over a hopeless crush, I got paired up with Ellie for a group study thing in one of my classes, and we got enough of a strong vibe that we fell in love. Ah, yes, teenage love, the most stable love of all. Around mid-January, I finally worked up the balls to ask her out, and that Sunday I went to sleep with thoughts of Ellie drifting around in my head. Did you really go to sleep? You was yanking the crank, wasn't you? Enter problem 1. I woke up the next morning with a fever of 102, so I was in no physical condition to get out of bed, let alone attend school. I was pissing around on my laptop to pass the time between episodes of Maury and Jerry Springer and the occasional dose of SportsCenter. As I learned enough of what happened to my Blackhawks and Bulls, I shut the television off to try and get some sleep. Whatever happened to The Price is Right, bro? Every episode of The Price is Right I ever watched was in some sort of sickness-induced delirium, and it was the best. Especially when you're a kid and you don't actually know what things are worth. However, the ding of Facebook woke me up about an hour after I dozed off. I opened my laptop and looked to see Todd trying to get a hold of me once again. You left Facebook open?
Hey, Jeff.
Sup, Todd?
What up?
Sick as hell. Got the flu.
That sucks. You open Friday?
I don't think so. Why?
I'm performing at an open mic.
Awesome. I'll definitely be there if I'm feeling better.
Cool. See you there, Jeff.
Peace. OP has no plans of going. The days passed, but on Wednesday, problem 2 reared its ugly head. Ma Dukes got the flu, taking care of me, and was in less of a condition to leave the house than I was. Pops was volunteering, and I didn't have my license yet, so I had no ride to that open mic night. If it really mattered, you'd find ways, but this is like pretty convenient excuse, isn't it? I later learned that my old friend Keyshawn was performing with a few of his friends, so after I heard that he was going, I had to go see him and catch up. See? There's the clincher. All of a sudden, we can find a way to go. Just be honest, OP. Just be honest with me. I'll be honest with you. Even if you're not honest with me, that's gonna make me be more honest with you to make up the difference. So it turns out that Keyshawn and friends actually ran the entire karaoke show, with half the proceeds going to a charity and the other half going to our class. All of my friends had plans for the weekend, and for some reason, I didn't think of asking Todd for a ride, so I called the cousins up on Thursday since I was feeling better. They invited me bowling after open mic. Oh my god. And you didn't play Grand Theft Auto 4? This isn't all a fever dream?
Nico, it's Roman. Let's go bowling.
So I decided to go tentative on my sickness. Yes, me and my poor little sicknesses. I need my get out of jail free card. On Friday, I was well enough to attend school, so I walked in, did everything that needed to be done, and ended up going home.
That early release day.
Ah, yes, what a time to be alive. I went out to McDonald's with my best friend, took a nap, rested a few hours, and waited for the cousins to pick me up. The entire group was waiting for me in the lobby, and they were really happy to see me.
Jeff, my dude. I haven't seen you since middle school. What's up, man? Yo, Jeff!
And somewhere in the hellos, of course, was Todd. He had heard the commotion from my arrival, and he decided to come over to talk with me. So you were waiting for them to pick you up, and then the entire group was in the lobby, so you just, translocated to the venue? What the f*** is going on right now? Todd had heard the commotion from my arrival, and he decided to come over to talk with me. Yes, the commotion that surely would have happened when you were getting into the car, no? Are we talking about another group? I need some help here.
Hey, hi, Jeff.
Hey, Todd.
Glad you're feeling better, Jeff.
So am I, brother. So am I.
Are you feeling well enough to hang out after my part?
No, sorry. I gotta watch these guys.
Damn!
He just wants to be your best friend forever. What's wrong with that? I like Todd a hell of a lot more than I like Jeff. This OP is booty. So after getting shut down, Keyshawn and friends started talking with him because they were actually nice people. To his credit, Todd was much better about talking with strangers, and around sophomore year, he opened up his horizons to people aside from me and our friend Clay. I bet Todd's doing some big things right now. Eventually, the three preps joined in on our giant circle. I introduced them to Todd, and they were actually getting off to a good start.
Go get it, Todd.
Eventually, they decided to give him a little bit of advice for their comedy, and Todd didn't take this advice too well.
Don't start with me, all of you.
A little bit of advice for their comedy. I think you mean bullying. You started bullying the autistic kid. And for some reason, he was socially perceptive enough to realize that and got upset. But I guess OP wasn't the perpetrator, he's just an exceedingly unreliable narrator. After raging, Todd stormed back into the lobby to the laughter of the girls. I started to talk with a few of the people from before and chat up the girls, maybe get some snacks and make some new friends at the open mic night. Of course, that stopped when I heard an all too familiar cry as I walked in. Wait, you walked in? Again? Did you leave instead of Jeff? This timeline's glitching out. This timeline is total bullshit. What? So okay, Todd says, hi, Jeff. OP says, sup, Todd?
Come sit with me and my family.
Oh yes, how dare he invite you so graciously. And guaranteed OP doesn't refuse and blames everybody else for the outcome. I looked over at his table. I saw Mama Todd, Nana Todd, and Papa Todd there, and another figure that I couldn't quite make out. After squinting, I realized that the mystery person was Trenchcoat Guy, king of the Neckbeards, in his trademark trilby and now infamous trenchcoat from before. Now infamous to who? I have no idea who that is. Maybe we should have read that saga first. No matter what, I think either saga is going to be pretty dog water, but we might do it at some point. Trenchcoat Guy had once again gone with the Mafia Boss outfit, badass sunglasses that look like they came from Walmart, a fedora, my trench coat, and some black combat boots. Honestly, vibe. And now I see why the trench coat was infamous, because it's OP's trench coat. And OP is just, well, if you didn't know, you know now, right? I wasn't exactly concerned about sitting with the Todds, despite them being a little off, but Trenchcoat Guy and his kitty diddler goatee drove me far, far away from any of them. I thought it's a mustache, not a goatee. I guess it could be either. OP says, I simply looked around the cafeteria, scanning for people, when I saw the next person that I knew. Here I was, out of shape, pallid, and pulling a Michael Jordan Game 6 despite Trenchcoat Guy and Todd being there, and Ellie had a front row seat to all of the madness. Pallid? So OP's white? I don't know what to think. Again, I'm a little stuck on that. What I do know is this OP loves the smell of his own farts, man. The times that you told Todd off, he responded in kind, respected your decisions, but he's also not afraid of shooting a shot because apparently sometimes you guys do hang out. I don't know if he's just ground down your sense of self-worth over the years or what the hell's going on here, but I'll be interested to get parts 4 through 7 done in yet another video. I hope you enjoyed this one, friends. If you did, we got another Todd who ran a family gym into the ground. That playlist is on the end card for you. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye. Go ahead and cut them open. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Promise. Swears